Hello Minecraft fans, my name is Eats and today I have for you a little redstone tutorial in which I'm gonna show you how to make a villager operated ice making machine. And it's really exciting because in the 1.3 update you will be able to harvest these blocks of ice if you have a silk touch pickaxe or maybe a silk touch shovel or an axe, whatever works. So if you want to harvest a lot of ice but you don't really have too much ice around, you can basically build this machine, and you build it in a snowy area so that the water can freeze, and the water that is exposed to air will freeze over if it's in the snow biome, for example like this, and it will freeze and then it will reset itself. So how this machine works, there are two infinite water sources on both of this side of this little stream here, and they will create this third infinite water source, and that source can freeze over, and that water is flowing from there into this hole and towards this villager. And this villager is standing on a pressure plate all the time, but because the water is floating in, he thinks, well, I need to breathe, so I need to swim up to be on the good side of the water, because the bad side of the water is always down. You don't want to stay there too long because that will hurt. And the villager thinks the same, so he will swim up, but he cannot escape because there is this half slab in the way. Anyways, because he is swimming up, he will not stand on this pressure plate anymore, and that pressure plate will, when once activates, send a pulse through this line up there, activating the piston, and also a pulse over on this line, and with a bit of delay, activating this piston. So we can see it in action. If I place a block there, oh, I shouldn't place it there. Let's just quickly fix it. I really need to work on my mouse. So, that's not how it's supposed to do. Let's place a block here, and let's go down. You see the water stops flowing in, the villager drops, and he activates the pressure plate and he starts swimming up again. The machine is reset. It's pretty quick, it's about 3 seconds to push a block of ice out and reset itself. So there's a bit of time needed to work the whole thing. And it's a bit slower than the butt switch operated ice making machines, but this is probably more safe because butt switches are still considered a bug, and they might eventually be taken out of Minecraft. So this is not operated by a butt switch. Another disadvantage of it is that you can only push the blocks so far. So what you could do is still hook up a butt switch, or you can link this line to a set of pistons, pushing these blocks over, pushing them up, just pushing them anywhere you want to go. But well, about pushing blocks around, maybe you should look up some other tutorials. I quickly want to show you how to build it. It's not too hard, so I think I should be able to make it in 5 minutes, and maybe you can too. Anyways, let's just quickly skip to the start of the day again, so we have some time. And I'm gonna load up some resources. There we go. And you're gonna basically start off with 3 blocks on the side, and this is a single cell. I'm gonna build 2 cells so you can see how they are connected. And then you're gonna build 1 up and 1 to the side, and you're gonna do that on all sides. 1 up, 1 to the side, and then you're gonna why won't you go where I want you to go? So basically you wanna build them all like that. Give this little half round shape, and then to the center you wanna build 2 blocks up, remove the block underneath it. Do the same on here. So basically every cell is the same and they are mirrored. The only thing that is different basically is the little top on here where there is a water source on the side. So now we're gonna take out our redstone dust underneath this block, and also underneath this one, and over on this block that is 1 higher. You're gonna take out some repeaters, put them next to this, connect the wire to the block, and you're gonna put the maximum delay on it and do the same on all 4 sides. And if you want to build more, you just build the same setup as many times as you want, as many times as ice making machines you need. So you can basically make 16, 20, 50, 100 if you require that much. But I'm gonna stick with 2 just to make the video not too long. Next up, you wanna put torch on this side, torch on this side, torch on this block, and a torch on this block. And we're gonna do the same on this side, of course, because it's basically the same. And that's basically all we need. These are like small pulse generators. So what happens is, if you follow this pressure plate, this light will blink for short time. And we can see it. It blinks on and it goes off again. And if I put a piston there, we can also demonstrate it. I jump, it goes up, it goes down. And how does it work? Well, this torch is turned off, wire is turned off. But because this line is turned on, this repeater will turn this wire on again. So in the little spare moment that this line is off, this torch will turn on. And once this line is on again, this torch will turn off and revert to its original state. So we basically want to keep this right over here. I think these are pretty fine here. Want to stick these pistons up there. And we can make our little trenches to have the water flow in. We're gonna build like out a bit like that. And then we're gonna wall around it like this. And also to the other side. And this is our trench where the water will go in later on. And where these pistons are and where this redstone is underneath, you want to take out this block. And you want to build it like 1 block down. And then put a block here. And a block right over there. And you build it out 1 more block like that. And you're also gonna build this out. And you build it all the way around the pressure plate. You don't really have to fill this up, but if you feel safe, you can always do that. But, well, water is not gonna flow in there because the pressure plate will keep it up. So we're gonna make another trench and build it 1 higher, so it's the same height as the trench over on this side. Next up, we are gonna grab our villager. And let's just go to my 3rd loadout. There's a villager roaming around here. We're gonna catch it. How we can do it is basically we're gonna put a track next to him. And we're gonna force him into this minecart if possible. It's kind of hard. You kind of be lucky to have this villager. There we go. Here is already. Break this minecart. And now we can get our villager in there. I think the best way to get him in there is by bringing him up from the top. And I need some power lines. I should have added those too. So, but I'm just gonna skip this around. And I'm gonna make my little track over here. Minecarts on it. Then a villager. Spawn that villager on this block. Push him in the cart. And we're gonna push the carts in here, like this. And then we can let our villager out, maybe by breaking this first and then see if we can break the minecart. Villager is now out, and we can like force him into this hole. We're gonna stick around here, and I've got a little thing. There needs to be a wooden pressure plate or maybe a stone one. Let's see if a stone one activates also when a villager is on there. Yeah. That works too. So you can basically put a wooden pressure plate or stone one there and put the villager on there. Now he's pretty brave and he will stand around here, but it's important that we close him in so he doesn't escape whenever he gets a chance. And you can do it by putting a half slab on top of him. So if he jumps, he cannot make it out of here because he is like 2 blocks tall just as we are. And we can also not get out of here or in there. So that works pretty fine. Can get rid of this block. Build this block out a bit, like that. And then we're gonna have to get our load up again. Put a piston here and a piston over there. And now we're gonna hook up the 2nd wire. And how we're gonna do it is you have these torches that you placed earlier. And you're gonna place a block on top of it. And you're gonna connect it. Put redstone on it, like all the way to almost to the pistons. But just before it reaches the pistons, you want to put a repeater there. It doesn't matter that this repeater is like above the piston, it will still power it. If I put this line on, you see piston will be powered. And you need this bit of delay so it doesn't mess up with this piston underneath here, so they don't push at the same time. So there's this repeater for you. You're gonna put it at 4 ticks of delay. And that's basically it. I think I'm gonna add in that other villager right over here. Put them on the press plate too. You saw it already working. Next up we gonna grab a bucket of water. I think I didn't. I should have saved it. I've saved it right over here. Put the water in here, put the water in there and in there. So basically all of this is like normal water. And we want to cover up this water because if it's freezing, this water can also freeze over. We don't want it to freeze. We want this to stay water. So whenever this turns to ice and it's taken out and this space is empty, it will change to water again. So like that. And this is basically the whole setup. It works perfectly now. I hope you were able to build it just like me. It's not too hard to make. And I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the description or in the comments. And well, I'll see you in another video. So have a nice day and goodbye.